from shrapnel when the blast emits from the barracks. TZO.
Spit it off the Richter when I hit it. Everybody listen, they can feel it. I'm a literary visionary.
What's going on, guys? It's Abiy Ababu from TZO Strength. Currently heading to Brandon Penick's house. He's our video editor, videographer. You know, he does a lot of great work for us. He's also a TZO member. So I just wanted to make this video to actually catch you guys up on my training and just tell you how my first block of training for Nationals went. This week, I actually just started my second block of training out of my total, I think it's about 4 blocks, 17 weeks-ish. And last block, I would say for the most part, went pretty well. This is my first time running a full daily undulating periodization style program. I actually got the idea from this from a good friend of mine, Colin Ripley. I'll link his information here. You guys can check him out. You know, he's a strong dude, very knowledgeable. And pretty much daily undulating periodization, I'm not an expert in it, but just to make it very simple for you guys, it pretty much just means that you're rotating your rep ranges and intensities so that you're hitting different stimuluses for your lifts every single day of the week. So I rotate between 3 different rep ranges, and I run that for about 3 weeks on. I take 1 week to deload, and I keep that going all the way into the meet. So far for the first week, the first month, my bad, I feel like bench went really well. Squats for low bar actually have been feeling really weird. So now they're starting to feel better, but during that first block, I just couldn't really get it. So I actually decided to rerun the same numbers this block that I would be running. Sorry about that. I reran the numbers this block that I ran last block, just so that I could keep the intensity down, or it's still pretty high intensity, but just so that I can have more time to practice the form, because I didn't see the point of keeping the intensity moving up when the form was suffering. I feel like I have actually been able to really fix a lot of the issues with the squat going into this new block of training. I was playing with a lot of different things, so I'm really excited about that. I want to see how the rest of this block goes. And in terms of deadlifts, I mean, I always hate training deadlifts. I love them in competition, but I always hate training them. But so far, they've been feeling pretty good. I've been doing a lot of sumos also, just to kind of get in more pulling volume, but without really straining my lower back, so that it can be fresh when I'm squatting and it's just not always getting beat up. So the only thing, you know, some of the new stuff I'm doing, you know, I've been doing more overhead pressing. I have done overhead pressing before. Going into the first meet that I ever benched over 400 pounds, that was the first time I actually started programming overhead pressing in. So I really like overhead pressing. I feel like my shoulders are a weakness. So by throwing in presses, not only does it keep my shoulders healthy from getting hurt from all the just straight pressing horizontally, I get some vertical pressing, but it also does help my bench a lot, considering I don't normally keep them in there very long. So, I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing to that is that I won't normally get, I won't get used to them, so they still have a pretty good training stimulus. But the bad thing is, you know, I feel like I do kind of lose a little bit of strength when I don't do them. But they've been coming back pretty good. I've been doing regular overhead press, and I've also been doing push press, which is a little bit more leg drive. I kind of like it because it really attacks my triceps, and it allows me to just move a little bit heavier weight overhead. So, I mean, outside of that, you know, I'm also dieting a little bit. I'm down about an inch off my stomach, about 3-4 pounds from my first check-in going into the training for Nationals specifically. I'm looking to, you know, come in pretty light just because I will be traveling, and I also have further goals after Nationals, and this is just going to ease into that. So I'm planning on coming in about 10 pounds under. I don't know if I'll weigh that much when I go into the meet, because my plan is if I am a little bit light, at least, you know, going into that last month, I can start upping my food a little bit and not stress about dieting. And pretty much ever since my first meet, I've always been worried about making weight, whether I was cutting or whether I was just borderline. So that's pretty much everything that's been going on in terms of training. I'm really enjoying it. You know, I feel like I'm getting stronger. I have a few things to fix, but I'm trying to be very vigilant about what my weaknesses are. You know, bothering a lot of the smart people I know just to kind of get their advice so I don't mess up anything. But yeah, other than that, everything's going pretty good, and I'll update you guys on after my next block of training is done.